What's up, weirdos? Good morning. How's everybody doing out there? All right, so could we see Bitcoin reach 138K in the next 3 months? We're going to get into it, guys. We're going to have a look at it. Market's looking nice and green for a Saturday. Very nice. I was not expecting a lot of volume over the course of this weekend. I don't think we have much, to be honest. But we're going to have a look at all of it, guys, and a little bit more. So stay tuned, stay strapped in. Let's have a look, guys. And excuse me because I have a bad flu right now, so you know, not the greatest. So Jasmine up 5.5% on the day, down 9.8 on the week, up 3.7 on the month, and down 22 on the year. Down one spot in rank to 82, the $694 million market cap, 59 million in volume. Swift Coin up almost 1% on the day, down 11 on the week, up 26.8 on the month, and up 186 on the year. Down three spots and ranked to 257 with $137 million market cap. Volume still fairly low, 2.30 million in volume. We'd like to see that kick up just a little bit. Onyx Coin up almost 1% on the day, exactly the same thing, down 11 on the week, up 60.5 on the month, and 900 on the year. We're even in rank at 89 with a $616 million market cap, 47 million in volume. And Zebek up 1.2% on the day, up 0.5% on the week, up 4.7 on the month, but down 54.5 on the year. We're down two spots in rank to 353 and an $81 million market cap at 9 million in volume. So volume is pretty low, guys. Like I said, I was not expecting big volume over the course of the weekend. So that does not shock me in the least bit, guys. All right, we're going to get into the Bitcoin chart. But first, a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Self-Custody Wallet. Not your keys, not your coins. They say weekend plans, check the charts, open the Decent app, close the app, go outside, touch some grass. There you go, guys. Easter weekend, you can use your app to track the charts while you're on the go if you're out and about. Use our link down below. Get a fantastic deal, guys. Again, not safe to keep your crypto on exchanges. Sorry, I'm really stuffy. Get yourself one today. I have 5 of them, guys. So I highly recommend you use self-custody. Again, not your keys, not your coins. All right, let's go have a look at the Bitcoin chart. All right, so guys, we identified a bull pennant here on Bitcoin yesterday, and if it plays out, will be $90,000 to $91,000 on the breakout, and we're trying to break out right now. We're sitting at 85,274. Can we close this daily candle outside of this bull pennant? That's going to be the question, right? Because if we do, it looks like we're going to have that breakout, potentially working our way up here over the weekend if we can get some sustained volume. That's a problem. There's no volume right now, right? None at all. So, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. There, I brought the volume up on the screen. So see how low the volume is right now, sitting at 7.692K. So not very high volume here on Bitcoin right now, but that's okay. That is okay. Maybe by the time we get to tomorrow for the weekly close, we see the bulls step in and push us up to make this bull pennant play out. Maybe we can see that by the end of tomorrow. So that's another thing we will be keeping an eye on the Bitcoin chart, guys. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. All right, we got a quick clip here about from Neo Extrix, Neo Sun, and then we'll get into the main story here. Make sure you follow Neo Extrix over on X, guys. Fantastic community member. Makes a lot of content for Jasmine and Junction. Check out his latest, only 45 seconds.
We are entering an era where humans and AI will merge, and the entire real world will become computable. Junction, Designed for the personalized deployment of AI models and tightly integrated with Jasmy's PDL, will allow everyone to train their own AI based on their preferences, memories, routines, and personal goals. As a DEPIN system enriched by the Chainlink Oracle, Junction captures and stores data privately and securely, then uses it to create a faithful and computable digital view of the real world. With Junction, it's your data, your model, your AI. Just as every human brain is unique, every AI on Junction will become a true reflection of its user, powered by their own platinum data stored within Jasmy's secure vault. We are entering.
We always appreciate NeoSun creating phenomenal content. Absolutely amazing, guys. Let's get into the main story here, shall we? Always bullish on Junction, guys. All right, so Bitcoin can reach 138K in 3 months as macro odds see BTC's price upside. All right, so Bitcoin faces unprecedented US dollar correlation as new BTC price research gives a $75,000 floor. In one of the latest analysis on April 18th, network economist Timothy Peterson calculated the BTC USD pair may rise as high as $138,000 within the next 3 months. Now, guys, this would correlate, and I'll show you as soon as I'm done the article over on the M2 money supply. This would correlate perfectly with that. BTC's price probabilities give bulls the upper hand. Bitcoin is navigating highly unusual macroeconomic conditions as a result of the ongoing US trade war, but history still offers clues as to where BTC's price action may head next. For Peterson, the US High Yield Index effective yield, currently at over 8%, holds the key. This has happened 38 times since 2010, monthly data he summarized. 3 months later, Bitcoin was up 71% of the time. The median gain was plus 31%. If it went lower, the worst loss was minus 16%. With BTC's performance thus skewed to the upside, Peterson gives hope to those waiting for a rematch for the all-time highs from January. This likely puts Bitcoin between 75K and 138K within the next 90 days, he concluded. That's a pretty wide range. Bitcoin would need to deliver 62% gain within that period to achieve that maximum level. As Cointelegraph reported, Peterson has been a frequent contributor to BTC's price forecasts in 2025. With one of his proprietary tools, lowest price forward, giving 95% odds of a 69K floor in March, BTC's DXY correlation will flip negative. Turning his attention to the dramatic drop in the US dollar, the DXY, thanks to US trade tariffs, he predicted that its unusual positive correlation with BTC would ultimately end. This level of BTC correlation is unprecedented. The relationship is not casual, but reflective of an underlying condition affecting both, he explained. Quote, historically inverse, the relationship flipped in 2024 as both assets began responding to the same macro stressors: tightening liquidity, high real rates, and global risk aversion. BTC will decouple and rise when yields drop, plus liquidity returns. I agree with what he's saying there, guys. DXY continued to stay below the key 100 mark on April 18th, per data from Cointelegraph and TradingView, reflecting some of its lowest levels in the past 3 years. Earlier, separate analysts, nonetheless, saw the potential for Bitcoin to directly benefit from the dollar's weakness in a manner similar to early innings of the 2023 bull run. So, very, very interesting. Let's go and have a look at the M2 money supply as it relates to Bitcoin. So here's the dollar right now. Look at that. Look at that crash down on the dollar, guys. Devastating. I like it. I like it. Now we need BTC to start acting right. All right. Got to get this correlation back up and running here. All right, and look at this. We're still going up, guys. Now, I had a theory last night that I talked about, all right? If you missed it, look at this. This would line up with the next 3 months with the M2 money supply of Bitcoin being up around that level, right? This would really correlate it being in the range around $125,000 for Bitcoin. But what I would say is this, guys, is like this starts around the beginning of May, the run up on the M2 money supply. And we have no reason to believe that Bitcoin would decouple from the M2 money supply correlation at this point in time. So if this plays out, right, what we're looking at in this point in time is a potential rally, the blow off top, so to speak. I see one of two scenarios playing out here, okay? So what we have now, again, we have May until, as of right now, the beginning of August. So May 5th to August 4th is the run on this M2 money supply right now, right? Which would have Bitcoin and would have crypto run all the way up until right now, until August. And as we get closer and closer, obviously this is going to continue to play out over here. So one of two things is going to happen. Either the M2 money supply is going to roll over at this point around August, September. I think it's going to keep going up until the end of August, personally, but August, September, right? And then it rolls over, and we see that will be the end, most likely, of the bull run, right? So we just go parabolic here for 4 months, and that would mirror the 2017 cycle, guys. The parabolic part of the bull run in 2017 only lasted three and a half months. That's it, right? And then it was all over. Now in 2021, the parabolic part of the bull run, I'll actually show you what I'm talking about, okay? In 2021, the bull run, the parabolic part of the bull run, lasted about 11 months, right? As opposed to the 3 months it lasted in the 2017 cycle. And I'm bringing it up here to show you guys, if you just bear with me. So if we look at the 2017 cycle here, see, it lasted from October until December, October, November, December. That was it. And then, we had this bear trap, came back up, and then it was over, right? That was the bull run right here, guys. That's it. 3 months, boom, right? Now, if we go to, here, let me show you here. So it went up, actually, we'll say September, okay? Because it really started right about here. So from the bottom, so from September, right? From September 15th until December 16th. So September to October, November, December. Yeah, so three months, right? That's it. And it went up. Bitcoin went up 513%. That's not really relevant, but so 3 months, okay? Now, let's go have a look at the 2021 cycle right here. This played out differently, right? Because we had that summer dump, remember? We had the summer downward through May and June and July, and then we worked our way back up for the blow off top in November. So this lasted from the bottom here, from September, and it peaked in November. So September of 2020 to November of 2021, right? So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Wait, did I do that wrong? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So that was actually, that was over a year. This one lasted over a year, this run, from the bottom all the way, right? So you see how things played out. So in 2017, it was 3 months, massive straight up trajectory, right? You saw it just went straight up. This one kind of drug out for over a year, right? So then we fast forward to today and look kind of how this looks, right? It looks like it's straight up. So, and here's another thing. So we have this leg up. We have this, and then we had a down, and then we had it up, right? So it kind of looks similar to 2021 as well. But either way, guys, this seems to be playing out as it pertains to the M2 money supply, right? Back to the M2 money supply. That it's going to be more like a 2017 cycle where it's just straight up through what? May, June, July, August, and then it's done, right? And then the cycle's over. That does line up. If it ends around the end of August, even into September a little bit, that lines up with the average, for the most part, with the average amount of days from the 4-year cycle, from the Bitcoin halving to the peak of the blow off top. It's like 515 days or something like that, right? It lines up. It would land us between the middle of October, around the middle of October, from the Bitcoin halving, and you have to give it like a month or so buffer on each side because no one can perfectly time the top. So this lines up perfectly with that as well, right? On top of that, you have potential, most likely, rate cuts coming in May, right? There's that option on the table as well. If we see an agreement between the U.S. and China in that time frame as well, even more incentive to go to the upside. We have a lot of potential catalysts here for this to play out, guys. So I'm really excited about the next 4 months, right? It's very, very possible we could be cashing out of this market and walking away with our life-changing wealth before Halloween, right? So that's what I'm super excited for. The other option is, the other potential option is that this is mirroring the 2021 cycle where we have the first leg up, and then we have the correction, and then we have the blow off top. Now, if we go back over to 2021, what happened, right? We had the big leg up, correction, and we blow off top. Very similar to what's kind of playing out right now, right? So one of those two options is still on the table, right? It's mirroring both of these. So one of the tools that we use here on the channel to track this is obviously the M2 money supply, right? So, I mean, it doesn't predict the future, but it is a pretty good indicator that we use. So anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Which option do you guys think we're going with here? Option A, where we have our blow off top sometime around the end of August, maybe into September, and then we go into a bear market. Or B, we see this first. We see that this here is our blow off top. That we had our first leg up back in December, right? Just like we did in 2021, and then now we're going up for that big blow off top now that way. Which cycle do you think we're mirroring here, the 2021 or the 2017? I've shown you both cases. I want to know what you guys think at this point. I'm just kind of rambling on. So guys, if you're looking for proper education and training in this crypto space and you want to succeed in the long term at making life-changing wealth in this asset class, I highly recommend you check out our community over on the Patreon. We drop educational videos on a regular basis. We drop tutorial videos on key websites you're going to need to learn how to operate as tools for your crypto journey. We help you figure out how to create exit strategies, when you should be taking profits, how you can roll those profits into other projects, how to identify and research other projects to know they're good enough to be rolling your profits into in the first place, and so much more, guys. Don't just jump around from YouTube video to YouTube video, buying into whatever project YouTubers are telling you to buy. That is not a recipe for success in the long term in this space. Learn how to do research, get the training and education that you need over in our community, guys. We also drop microcap gem videos on a regular basis where you can find early projects to get into and make massive returns. Projects like Onyx Coin, like Miria, like Cookie, and so many more. Zbec, Nadix, just Forda, so many XPR, and so much more, guys. Get in early on these kinds of plays to really make that life-changing wealth for yourself. And on top of all of that, You can also book one-on-one coaching calls with me personally. So come on over, guys, book your one-on-one coaching calls where we can sit down, we can answer all of your crypto questions and make sure you're trained properly and pointed in the right direction to make life-changing wealth for you and your family, because that's what you're doing here at the end of the day, right? You're trying to make life-changing wealth for yourself. We also teach people how to maintain that wealth when they take their money out of the crypto market, right? We teach you how to maintain wealth, how to not lose it all and spend it all right away. So if you want to learn how to manage that as well and manage your finances and things like that successfully outside of crypto so that you don't end up broke and losing all of your wealth, come on over to the Patreon, guys. The link is down below, and we can sit down. Also, we can have a look at your portfolio, make sure that you are pointed in the right direction. You're not over diversified, under diversified, or anything in between. Make sure you're not holding junk projects that are not going to get you good ROI, and so much more, guys. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough, guys. Check it out for yourselves. If you don't like it, you can leave, and in the worst case scenario, you got a free one-on-one coaching call out of the deal. So check it out, guys. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.